Okay, let's see.
Oh, should I be checking? Like I should be checking the.
Oh, that's fine. I'm checking the stream. So, um,
Man, there's so many things to learn about this. All right, let's do this.
okay, cool. Yeah, we're live, I think.
Yep, I see us.
Cool, cool. Yeah. Hi, everyone. And do we have people at the stream right now?
I don't know. I just said hello, world. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Cool, cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I
Yeah,
see
we're
you.
live.
Live, I think. Oh,
Yep, I see us.
cool, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Just a second. Hey. Yeah, we have people in the chat, so yeah, this is cool. Yeah, hi everyone. So today is actually a really exciting stream because we here with Sean from Netlify, and we will be doing some awesome stuff. Yeah, hi
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah. I'm always keen to learn more about the integration of our two different platforms. I think we are very complementary, and the more I learn, the more and if I can learn it in public, then share the process.
Yeah,
That
I like that your tweet by the way, like learn in public.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of this thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, right. And yeah, this is a kind of disclaimer about this. So what we'll be doing today, we will be actually apart from just saying doing like a bunch of cool stuff, we will be playing around with the Netlify identity, which I'm super excited to learn about because I never tried that. And we will add custom auth. Hopefully, we will add custom auth to Hasura. One disclaimer: none of us done that previously, so we'll be figuring this out on the way. And it is possible. I mean, Hasura supports JWT tokens. Hasura supports custom auth webhooks, and yeah, we can totally do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, let me share my screen with Sean so he will see
Yeah,
what I
and
can see. Yeah.
personally, I'm a big fan of the Hasura approach, but I just haven't built that much in it, so I think this is very important for me to understand as well.
Yeah, thanks. Uh, I think now I have my face twice on the stream. Yeah,
That's not
just
enough.
like
That's not enough.
okay, cool. Yeah, something like that.
I think you should do a live stream about your chair. I think your chair is pretty cool.
It's just a regular chair.
No, it's not. It's like there's like an arm thing around it, right? Do you have speakers in the chair?
No, it's just like regular chair. Yeah, but I should probably talk about the spaceship theme, like on my background, right? Because yeah, it's a green screen. Streamer's life. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So just a brief intro. We've gone through the yeah totally gaming chair. But I'm not a gamer. I'm just comfortable sitting in front of my computer for days and days, and yeah, that's probably why gaming chairs are better. But yeah, that's probably a topic for a different stream. Yeah, a brief overview about Hasura, right? So if you haven't heard, Hasura auto-generates GraphQL, real-time GraphQL API on top of Postgres or Postgres extensions. And basically what it means, in addition to like giving you CRUD, it will also give you an ability to add your business logic, add authentication, authorization, add like it has a venting system which enables you like think of like async serverless approach and create these events on different mutations that you execute and like really awesome stuff. So what I just did, I just got into Hasura into like Hasura website, and I'm deploying this on Heroku. So let's just call it Netlify stream, and we'll deploy that. I mean, I've done this like pretty much every stream, so I have streams more going in depth of all the features. But like recently, we have the really cool feature called remote joins. Sean, have you heard about that? About the
No,
remote joins?
is it like a remote schema type of thing?
It's like so cool. It's what you can do basically. You can integrate not only business logic by connecting to schemas, but you can basically connect any value in your schema to any field in your schema to any field in any external schema. That means you can basically connect to anything, your microservices, your like external APIs, like literally everything. And probably like after maybe like in upcoming weeks we should do something with also with Netlify, just getting data from Netlify into. We might even have time for that today. We'll see. Yeah. So the basic idea is I'm in the console. I have nothing yet here. I can go to data tab and can start creating tables in database, or can use existing database. So I will create post with ID and we'll just generate. Again, I'm doing this like fast because we still need like to generate everything from scratch, but I go more in depth and all the details in other streams available on our
Yeah.
YouTube channel. So it will be like
Anyone watching who's we actually did a previous live stream before.
yeah, with
Where we went
functions, right?
a lot of this in more detail. So
Yeah.
this is actually a part two, I guess.
Yeah, sort of. So I just wanted to show it from, like fast from scratch instead of just saying, okay, we rely on something. Okay, need to move your face to the left. No, don't. Okay, let's add this table. And okay, we have posts. Let's add users. Now with users, my question to you. Netlify, if when we will use Netlify identity, users will be text basically, right? Like
Yeah,
user
just
IDs.
a unique ID string. Yep.
But it's a string, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's set it as text then. And user will have a name and will have an email. Okay, and yeah, it's an ID. And
We have a sound issue. We have a sound issue. Apparently, I'm not audible. Oh man, I need to start recording my own audio.
Okay. So you two, like your volume is too low, right?
Okay.
I think. Let me just increase that. No, I can. Like people can
Is that
hear
something?
you, but
Okay.
okay, I got it. So
I don't know. I'm just. I mean, I'm speaking a normal voice. I think my machine is capturing it fine. So it's probably on your side, but I'm also recording my audio in case we need to play it back or join it somehow.
now, what we will do, we will just increase your microphone, decrease mine, something like that. Say something.
Something.
Yeah,
Something.
I
I've been
think.
working on a song, so I can sing a song to
Yeah.
mic test. Let me see. So I just watched Spider-Man yesterday. And so I've been working on a song inspired by it. So it just goes, Netlify, build your projects and make it fly. Static web, any size, serverless without AMIs. Look out, here comes the Netlify.
Nice. Okay, I think we are pretty much at the same sound level. I think I won't sing a song about Hasura. Sorry, I'm not a good
Oh,
singer.
come on. That's you got to step up your game.
Yeah, I need to I need to bring my guitar probably, but yeah, I'm not a good singer. Uh,
All right,
yeah.
let's
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we are good now. Cool. Um. Okay. So we create this table. Let's add this table, and Yeah, we have posts, we have users. Now what we need to do, we need to add user ID, also of type text. Let's add this column. Let's set it as a foreign key. Our user ID will be referenced to ID column. And go to relationships, add our relationship. Wait,
I
we
really
are.
like this suggested relationships feature. It's a really good idea. I don't know whoever
Oh,
did it.
no, sorry. I was doing that in. I was supposed to do it in posts. I did it in the users. That's weird. I said real. Yeah. Let me just remove this column. It's supposed to be here in posts, right? So I need to connect post to user ID. So it will be user ID here. Will be text. Add this column. Now add foreign keys, referencing to users table. And then I will set the user ID will be referenced to ID. Okay. Now
Okay, so this is like the back end for some sort of either social media or like blog post type of
yeah,
thing,
it's
right?
just blog post CMS. It's my favorite example because I mean it's simple, it's faster to fast to show, and it has some cool use cases like validations, text sanitizations, and stuff like that.
Totally. Yeah,
So,
it's like basic CRUD. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So now what I can do, I just set it to relationship, meaning everything is now auto-generated, and I have the posts, which I can query. I can say, okay, get me posts, and now also get me what's that title and content. I also want to get a user and email, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, basically I don't have anything. Now I want to insert posts and users. I can just say, okay, insert post with title first post and some content. And I also want to have a user with, I don't know, email and with some name, okay? And I
Yeah.
will want to return, let's say, an ID and user ID. Execute that. I have to insert an ID, right? Because it's text and okay, cool. I have both. Now if I go to post, I have a post and I have a user. So pretty much like a couple of minutes, I created all my GraphQL API with subscriptions, with everything, which is pretty cool. Now the remote joins comes here in remote schemas. You basically can connect any GraphQL API, and you can basically connect between any field. Let's say user can get data from Netlify, from Stripe, from Contentful, whatever, like whatever you want, and events will trigger basically events, and that's what we actually use for Netlify with Netlify functions last stream. So definitely watch that stream. We did a bunch of cool stuff there. Okay, so this is just a basic setup. Now, what we need to do in order to make it work for authentication, right? And for that, if we go into docs, go to authentication, we basically have two options. We have JWT and we have webhooks. So using J. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I was hiding behind
You
you.
should have said.
I was gonna put like bunny ears on your head. No, I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Okay. Now I understand why Jason on his stream he has this like window in the middle and he doesn't like all the content uh only in this like in this window, right?
Yeah.
Now I understand all the motivation around it. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So I should watch out for uh
Yes.
yeah. Anyway, so we have the auth webhooks. We have JWT. Now with JWT, so we need to do two things basically. One thing, we need to like have an authentication with Netlify identity, right? And in general, when we have authentication, we'll have an authorization bearer token that we need to pass to the system, which will be JWT. And JWT, if you're not familiar, JWT is like a standard for like encryption, and stuff like that. And the recommended one is JWT, unless you have your like really complex custom logic and stuff like that. So the idea is we have two steps to do. One step when you generate the token on on basically any auth provider, you need to write the user into Hasura, right? Now, the second part, whenever we generate this token, we need to add so-called custom claims. And if we go here in the docs in JWT, we will see that custom claims are supposed to be in specific format. It's supposed to be something like that. So assuming, let's say you have this data encoded in JWT, passed from Netlify, we need some option to insert this data. So as far as you know, you still don't have the custom claims on Netlify, right?
Nope, not yet.
But it's not a problem for us because what it's not a problem for us because what we can do, we can use webhooks for that, and we still get the power of Netlify with the JWT tokens, and we still get all of this data. Now the idea is we need to get these variables inside Hasura, and to get them, we basically the process is we get the user signups with Netlify. User is written into Hasura by executing some custom function or whatever. Then what we need to do, then whenever user this authorization token will be passed to Hasura, there's supposed to be some custom webhook that will validate this token with Netlify. And as far as I've read, you have this token validation, right? I think it's somewhere in Netlify docs. So
Yep.
whenever we verify that, we need to get the user ID and just pass it as variables in our response. So what will happen, we basically have the power of both. We have the power of custom. We will create custom auth, basically. So it's a process in a nutshell. That's what we do in general today. And I think we need to start with setting like Netlify and having just basic Netlify identity. So I never done that. So you're supposed to like. I hope you will walk me through the process. So I will
Yeah.
make
So
mistakes and
yeah.
yeah,
So this is like a little bit like pair programming, and I'm
yeah,
helping you through the Netlify part. So I think we need to start a new instance on Netlify from scratch, right?
yeah,
So I think just make an empty folder. I think you have the CLI installed, right?
yeah. I have
Um,
CLI installed. In addition to that, so I have this repo, right? And
okay.
let's
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Let's create the new repo.
yeah. And let's call it Netlify. Uh, DT auth, and then we have the repo, right? Okay, nothing to commit. Cool. Now I think it's here with empty README, and yeah. Okay, so next I need to do Netlify init, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I run Netlify init.
Create a configure.
Create a configure new site, and the option. If I hit enter, I will get the same like Hasura Netlify identity auth, right? Or it will be just
No, no, it'll just
auto-generated.
give you a randomly generated thing.
Okay,
Uh,
let's see what will be rendered.
yeah.
It will be
Yeah. That's your team. Yep.
okay, and
Oh, okay. So you haven't used this before. So we need to create a personal access token. That's what we're asking for, username and password. I don't like this at all, and we're trying to fix that. But right now, you have to enter in your username and password.
it's like with the new CLI because I'm pretty sure I used the CLI before.
Then it should have been run already. I don't know
So
why.
I just need to
You installed it recently?
Hmm?
Did we install it recently?
Yeah, I installed the latest version today, but let me just take it off screen for a second. Just type my
Yeah.
password.
Yeah. I mean, we mask it, I think, and then it probably
Yeah,
runs it to
and
it.
then no, you mask it, but I have OTP code, so
Yeah.
oh, you mask it too.
Anyway, I don't like that. I actually had a call with or we just hired a CLI guy to fix that so that
Mm-hmm.
you don't need a personal access token, but it just requires a different auth strategy for GitHub. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah,
So
that's really embarrassing.
then it asks for no, it doesn't mask the OTP code, which is weird,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
it asks for build command.
build command. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's bring it on back on the screen.
Uh, that's the problem. I have the code there.
Oh, it should be expired, right? No.
uh, Let me just double check.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, it's expired. That's fine. Cool.
okay. So the build command. Right now we're just having an empty project, so we'll just
Yeah.
put a hash.
Let's actually. Whoa, what happened?
What is that?
No, it was just. Yeah, I just increased the font because it was unreadable, I guess, on the stream.
Okay, so we'll just use a hash, just so like no build command, but we'll just give a hash. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is that? Create node. That's
Oh,
a something leaking.
no idea.
And then just hit
I
enter.
think.
So directory to deploy. I think we're just gonna deploy the main directory. So like just do dot,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
that, yeah, and then hit yes for that. So it's gonna deploy the initial site for you, but we're gonna want to add additional functions. So now we're gonna create some functions, right? So like
I try to wait a second. Like it's something. Okay, fine. No, because it was just showing me some
yeah,
weird
your
stuff.
terminal is
Yeah, I think because like it's a bug there when you zoom in, then it just like brings a bunch of stuff. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, so
So right now, what kind of function do you want to make?
basically what we need to set up identity and we need to have something happening on sign up. And I will show you what's supposed to happen on sign up.
So I'll let me just okay. So you just type Netlify functions create. So Netlify, I'll just gonna type in the chat functions
Functions, create, like that.
with the colon
Okay,
with the colon
got
in
it.
the middle. You can actually discover that from the help tree, but whatever. I'm just guiding you through it.
Yeah.
And so I think you just type in sign up. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
actually, talking about our last stream, we have another one here. Event
Yeah.
trigger for Hasura that Sean created for us for like last stream, which is super cool. Thanks for that. And yeah, sign up. So we'll check. We will have identity sign up, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So now if you show your directory, you should have or what is that? What's teach?
It's code basically, but it's
Oh,
supposed to open VS Code in different settings. Ah, okay. No, it didn't open. What? Ah, okay. It's running another instance. It was just on the second screen. Yeah, I actually took the idea from Jason
okay.
because it's kind of zooms in and reduces stuff and yeah. Okay,
Right.
so we have identity sign up and we have this sign up.
Yeah. So this because
Wait,
it's
you were okay. No, I
okay.
just
No.
had to reposition.
It's fine. I don't need to see my face.
People
Um,
need to see your face.
so the whole idea is that this function, just by naming convention, this function called identity sign up runs when a user is created.
Mm-hmm.
Use that to do whatever you want, including ping an external API.
Mm,
Um,
nice.
so I think you probably want to do that, right?
Okay, so basically I have an example here
What
somewhere.
example?
So I'm getting event and call. So how do I get the username? Ah, okay, I have the user from data, right? So this So the user will
Yeah.
sign up with email because you're like splitting the user.
Email, name, and password, and you can get it.
Okay. So, okay, what's going on?
I have that showing up in my VS Code as well. I don't know how to fix it.
Hmm?
I have that randomly like all these errors.
Yeah. Like recently, there are lots of bugs there. I'm not sure what's
Yeah.
going on there. Probably should debug that. So basically, what we need to do, we have the user, and basically we need to, before we're returning something, we need to post to Hasura, basically to Hasura endpoint.
Okay. So, what library do you like to use for node request?
We
Node.
can it doesn't matter basically.
Okay, let's use
But we can
Axios.
just use like isomorphic fetch, or we can use whatever.
So I personally use Axios. You
Yeah,
want to try that?
let's do that. So yeah, that's the question. How do I install on functions
Yep,
in
I'm gonna show
folders?
you. So if you open up the terminal and then cd into functions/identity dash set sign up, that folder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then just yarn or npm install. Actually, just use npm because yarn is function. Npm install Axios. So that's going to install it only in that functions folder.
Mm-hmm.
And that okay, there are a few ways to include dependencies. One is at the top level, and one is at per function. Each of them will have dependencies. So I'm showing you the more complicated one, but that's the more self-contained one. All right. So now how come your VS Code is not updating? So VS Code should be showing that showing the node modules, right? If you refresh, yeah.
Wait, maybe I. Yeah, it was
Are you
there.
in the right folder?
Yeah, it
So how
didn't
come?
install. Wait.
Oh, there's no Git. Oh no, hang on. There is Git. There's no package JSON at the top.
Yeah, we need to do. Yeah. Because we just did npm. Yeah, okay. I
So
got it.
npm init y. Yeah.
Oh, now my terminal is stuck. Okay, let's just close that. And that type of thing make me think of switching to iTerm too.
Well, I just use the terminal inside of VS Code, so I don't have to keep searching.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm not all the time in VS Code, right?
Yeah. But your terminal is buggy.
And hmm?
Your terminal is buggy.
Yeah.
I mean, I use Hyper as well. I don't have your problems. I don't know why. I think your font is just too small by most people's standards.
Okay. Cool. And then we need to add.
Dash y.
Then let's go to functions, identity, and do the same.
Hang on, the package JSON is still not updating in your. Are you still in the right folder?
Yeah. Here we go. It's updated.
Good. Okay.
It just like some things take time because I'm also live streaming and it's consuming a ton of CPU. And actually, I thought about like outputting the live stream on a different PC and just streaming my Mac, but
Right.
it requires too much setup. It's still a lot of like the whole studio here, but like for like out so like putting the load out of my PC to like different one, it just requires capture cards, and yeah, it's just kind of problematic. Anyway, so let's install Axios. Okay.
So hopefully the node modules works there. Actually, so you can actually install it at the
Okay.
top level, and it would just it's installing there. Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it that way. So
It's fine. I mean, like I remember last time we had package JSON here in
yeah. So
functions.
there's two ways of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
This way, your node modules are global to all your functions,
Yeah.
right? Whereas one of your modules per function, very isolated. even control like the versioning for different functions, then you want to put it on the functions level. But now we're just going to do a simple one.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
So now we can use Axios in our function. So you
Yeah.
can just import.
Okay, so we have our identity sign up, and basically we will get. Okay, we don't actually need roles here. We need just a username.
And remember to use require syntax because we're running inside of Node.
Yeah,
With Node.
yeah. So okay, let's get that. And now what we will need to do, we will need to do Axios post, and then we will need basically provide headers. We provide the URL, and we need to provide headers, and we'll talk in a bit why, and which headers, and basically we also need to provide body. Right, and in the body we will have body will be just a string.
Sweet.
And I will like what we want here. We want to add the URL of our GraphQL endpoint. In headers, we will have so-called admin secret. We will talk in a bit what is that. And in the body, we will have our mutations to insert user. So basically what will happen, then when we'll get a response, we'll basically, we can just return that. I need to call callback, right?
You don't have to. You can use no, just return. So there's an async form and there's a non-async.
So
form.
just return from here.
No, that's a promise, right?
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. Like
return the promise, or like dot. Yeah, you know what I mean.
So I can yeah. So you
Return and
just
post and then dot then at the end. Yeah, there you go.
And just returning this here.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you don't have a callback argument here, right?
You can. It's just that it's harder to write async await, right, with the callback function. So I have just moved to always use async await, and don't use async and callback together because that will cause very weird bugs.
Yeah.
So this is just best practice for serverless stuff these days.
Yeah, I know. Just like easier to show out the promises because like you never know like what is easier for people.
And obviously, if you don't want to use return axios.post whatever, you can just await that, get the result, and then
yeah.
it.
Okay. Let's. Okay. You convinced me. Actually, not like that.
It looks a bit simple, right? Yeah, it looks a bit like yeah. Just assign it to something. Yeah, exactly. But like async await is so much easier for serverless.
Okay, maybe I'm like overcautious, like not knowing from what the background people come, and like I want to explain one subject, don't want to get in. But yeah, I agree. It's a best practice nowadays. So yeah. Okay. Cool. So what we need to do basically, we need to go to our Hasura here, and basically we need to start by securing our endpoint. So we will do it for Heroku. Actually, I don't know like why I'm going into docs, but in general, you need this Hasura GraphQL admin secret var, and you need to set it in your settings. Now, if you run Hasura in Docker, it will be like it's just environment variable. So, yeah. Let's add it here. Now what will happen if we open our app? If we'll run that, well, like we will have the login, sort of like login screen, which is just a basic one. Now this is not the any login whatsoever. It just it's just an admin secret key that will enable basically server-to-server communication. So you want to secure your endpoint somehow, right? If you want to add any auth, you need to add this admin secret, and you never use it on the client, because you basically, when you use it on the client, you give your users access to all of your endpoint and everything. So you want it only for server-to-server communication. But what we will do right now, we will go into our folder here, and basically we'll have this. Okay, this will be like that. We'll have a header, right? And our header will be Hasura admin secret, and our URI will be this one, right? Now in our body, what we basically need, we need to stringify our mutation that we'll do, and the mutation that we'll do will be insert users, and the object that we'll insert, it will be an ID that we need to get from Netlify, and let's call it insert user, and we'll have an ID. What's happening with my my keyboard is doing yeah.
Oh man.
And then I will have an email, and I will have a username. Actually, yeah, I'll also have username. And ID will be ID. Email will be email, and name will be name, and I will return ID. Now if I need to return anything, I think I'll just do affected rows. So this will be the mutation that I will execute, right? And in this mutation, and basically I just need to stringify that. So this will be tricky.
Isn't that a string? You just use a template string?
It is, yeah. You mean, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. But
I'm
yeah, I
not an
thought
expert.
about escaping all the characters, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what happens when you stream. You have too much screens to look on. You cannot like focus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not an
Yeah.
expert on
Oh,
Hasura.
thanks so much for this. Yeah, the feedback on
Yeah,
this.
it's actually pretty cool watching you to write this. But yeah, and you know the admin secret, you can stick that on Netlify as your environment variable. So that's
Yeah.
so you can
So
grab it out,
then how do I access that?
process.env, and then whatever you want.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, not processing instruction. So process.env something, right? Hasura secret or something. Yeah. And if we had a Hasura add-on, which some of your guys are working on an add-on, then it will be automatically provided.
I don't know why my keyboard constantly add this symbol. Honestly, like,
I'm sorry.
yeah. No, I need to switch that. Like it's an old keyboard, and yeah.
Okay, so the Hasura secret. Okay, so if you fire up your command line.
But wait a second. It's not enough because we
Oh,
passing our body, right? But we need to pass several things. We need to pass.
oh, you need the variables,
Yeah.
right?
So it's not like that. Basically, we need query,
Ah,
and this will be the query, and then we'll
yeah.
have variables, right?
Old school. I did this exact same thing with Jason. Yep.
Yeah, and ID will be. Where do I get the ID, by the way?
Huh?
From the like what the ID will be email basically.
I think it's user.id. Hang on, let me check. I'm not really sure. Um, We need better docs on this. Hang on. I know exactly what to check. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I would check it, and then let me think about this. Jamstack Hackathon starter. Let me pull up a site that dumps. It basically just dumps the full information.
Yeah.
So
do you want to share a screen really quick, or you just send me a link and then I will open it so people will also see that?
Yeah, I put it on the stream.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to actually I can take. No, I think you should probably do it so that you know.
Yeah. Okay, so what do I have here? I have the gems. Okay, I know this logo.
Yeah, that's the Gatsby
yeah,
logo.
I got it.
So yeah, if I log in, I can actually see my own ID based on.
So I just like click on call them the function.
Yeah, let me call them the function, but well that's the front end, right? So if you go to app with Netlify identity. Okay. So it asks you to log in, so you probably have to sign up or something.
Oh, we can actually use this starter, we can just use it and like modify it to use Hasura, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's why it's a hackathon starter. I think you probably have to sign up.
Yeah. Let's okay.
You know what? I can just give you my login credentials because I don't care about this app.
Yeah,
so
sure.
It's Swix. Go to login. So it's swix@netlify.com, and then the password is Swix. This is super secure coding right here.
It's still better than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Okay, this is the.
Okay,
so what?
Sorry.
Yeah, what you just said, I just missed you.
Okay, so you're logged in. You can close the modal.
Yeah.
And then let's go to main.
Oh, okay, I got it. So this is the ID.
App, right? So that's my ID. I'm actually going to go look up the source code because I forgot what basically it doesn't. I thought it would dump the whole object, but it doesn't look like it's doing it right. So I need to figure out what the object is. The shape of the object, right? We just care about the shape. So shit. I'm looking at the source code right now. It's linked to on the first page.
Well, where it is? Okay. If I go to main, or I just need to go log out.
Just the title. Just click the title. If you're looking for the source code.
Yeah.
It's in the title. Sorry, it's not like super. I didn't really think about how the.
Okay. Let's get into source code.
I'm looking for user.id. Yeah, it's user.id. So
okay.
Let me post a link.
The whole thing for just user ID. We should just try that, and we'll see. We'll see if it fails or not.
No, but what if we get failures? No failures.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's user.id. But anyway, that's the source code, and I think it's a really useful reference project for interacting with.
Yeah. Okay, user ID, and we'll have email, which will be from it's just user email. And we also have name, which will be.
Yeah, so it's user.metadata.fullname. And make sure to check for whether user.metadata exists.
Like user metadata, like that?
Yeah. Where let's see your hang on, I can't see your screen. User, where is it? Yeah. Dot full underscore name.
Okay. Okay, good. So we have query variables, and we have the Hasura secret.
Don't forget to JSON stringify your body.
Yeah. You're right. And here we go. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think we're good. So what we need to do now, we need to basically what you just sent, like the links that you sent in chat.
Yeah, these are this is the source code of what I was referring to when I was looking at
Okay, got it.
how to use these fields. But anyway, I think we have some junk, but we need to just like test deploy this because I just want to make sure that the Axios node modules things work.
Yeah.
Um,
So let's
so
do that. How we deploy that?
yeah, so just commit to git and push.
So you don't need to do like
Hang
deploy
on,
prod and stuff like that with functions anymore.
huh?
So like in our previous stream,
Git ignore your node modules.
yeah. Like I mean, in our previous what just
Node modules.
yeah, I know it just just got stuck. So
Okay. So sorry, what was I don't what was your question?
on our previous stream,
Yeah.
what we had to do is basically run like Netlify CLI would deploy prod or something like that because it couldn't recognize packet JSON. Remember? So right now we can just push and functions will be recognized.
Yeah, because you started with a repo from the beginning.
Got it.
I think that works.
Okay.
So let's see it.
Okay. I know it's not okay. Yeah. It's not descriptive. Basic setup. Yeah.
What is this dot history? I don't. That has to be a extension. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that folder.
Yeah. Some
I
kind
don't
of extension.
have that must be something from your own setup. Okay, so it's being pushed. We can actually see the. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can see it on the like it will be deployed, right?
Yeah, so you just hit Netlify open and it will just take you to that page.
Okay, let's do it.
You can do that as well.
No, but yeah, I want to do it from CLI. Netlify
Open.
And let the magic happen.
This takes too long, so we also need to like think about perf.
The perf is also bad because I'm streaming and because it takes too much time to.
No, but I think that command takes too long as well.
Okay.
All right, so
the name.
Yeah.
Like the random name of the site is
It's really great. Let's click into the deploy. Your UI looks weird. How come I don't see any functions on it? Do you have an unusual team or something? Do you have?
No, just a regular one.
The team looks weird. Yeah. So how come
Wait, let me just.
How come you have Vladimir Novik's team here, and then over on the other thing you have some sort of admin? Did we give you some special account?
No.
I think we gave you some special account.
Maybe.
So if you click over to the other side,
with team settings.
Yeah.
No, just regular one.
Okay.
And the question is like why I don't see it here. So
yeah, because you're on a different team on that in this Netlify login. So Netlify, run Netlify status. See who you're logged in as. I think you're logged in as someone else.
okay.
You're logged in as
yeah. Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's a different one.
So
and how do I log in? Like change the.
Just log out and then log in again.
Like Netlify logout.
Come back soon. So that's why the image looked weird. That's why I was pretty sure that you were in the wrong account.
Yeah.
Authorize. Yay. All right.
Close. But now I need to like deploy it again, right?
Yeah, because you deployed it on the wrong site.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay. Okay. So
do I just need to push? What do I need to do? Netlify deploy.
Okay. So there's a .netlify folder.
Actually, okay. And I need to change the settings there, right?
Just delete it. Just delete it. Start it from scratch.
Okay. Just like
Yeah, leave it.
turn it off, turn it on.
Just pretend we're starting from scratch. Okay, so now you can do Netlify init, and we'll
Okay.
run through that process again. Probably you won't have to log into GitHub again, I think, because we have your permissions now. Let's just be sure. Yeah, create and configure a new site. We'll just give you a random name. Yep.
Okay, now it makes sense. It's my team.
That makes a lot more sense.
No, still need.
I'm sorry about that.
That's fine.
You probably logged out to do something else at some point, and then that's what happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, we need to make that flow a lot easier, because I really
No, I think it's still an easy process.
Yeah.
Okay, OTP code.
And this time you shouldn't be asked for the build and deploy files, because we can read that from the netlify.toml.
Not really.
Ah, shit. All right, hash or pound sign. Yeah. No, yeah. We were reading from it. You see that? That's those defaults are just read from the toml, and we just ask you to confirm it again. You know what I mean?
Okay. So I just hit enter.
Yeah, just hit enter. Look at that. That's so nice.
Cool. Now I need to update that because... okay, and then the site ID changed. Now it will deploy to different one, right?
Yeah.
Right, and you just need to commit?
Yeah. You don't have to commit the .netlify folder to Git. I actually personally don't like to do it, but our founder Matt says he actually likes to put it in there to make life easier for him. But it's really up to you, because we won't let you deploy a site that you don't own anyway.
This is descriptive.
Very descriptive commit messages. Okay, so the main thing I want to check is that you can deploy your push. Yep. The main thing I want to check is that you can deploy your function, because that's the primary thing we're debugging right now. Yeah. So if you refresh, yeah, Tony, we just hired 2 guys to work on this. We're pretty committed to this.
Priceless.
Okay, so click into that, and then the functions. Oh, good, it's been recognized.
Yeah.
All right. So what happens now?
We need to we need to test it with identity, right? We need to run enable identity, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah, enable identity. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And now, do I have some kind of where? How can I test identity? I mean, do you have an example project I can clone and just run it, or any? Or I just need to set up from scratch.
Yeah, many. Yeah, with many.
Because what we want to try to do, the first step, what we want to do is basically to sign up with identity and see that our user is created in Hasura.
All right, I'm Mr. Demo Guy, so I got you.
Yeah.
So here, this project is a React,
Oh, I think I saw that.
React sign up widget. My only problem is, so if you clone it, how are you gonna merge the repos? You're just gonna copy it over, or what are you gonna do?
Good question.
I think
maybe we can just take the code from here or something. Okay, too much. Yeah.
No, I think you should clone it and then just copy the files over. Just replace, because the stuff that will be overwritten is the stuff that we don't need anyway. So just copy the files over.
So what? To clone it?
Clone it in a different folder, and then copy to the file that you have going, or change the Git remote. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you take the old repo, you change the remote over.
Yeah, but we still have the function there, so we still need
Yeah,
function.
and you copy over the functions, right?
Ah, okay. So you mean just adding function here?
Yeah. You just add a new
Yeah,
functions folder.
can be. So okay, so let me just so just you know oh what's happening with this keyboard? So I should just get the functions folder
Yeah, that's it.
and yeah.
Did that work? Okay.
Yeah, it
That's it.
copied for sure.
And then did you set the remote, the origin?
No. So the thing is, we have already stuff committed there.
It's fine. Just push F.
Yeah. What was the? Okay, let's just get it from here.
There we go. You know, you can do like CD squiggle to toggle between folders.
CD what?
CD and then squiggle, the curly underline.
Which one?
Hang on, let me type it out.
Yeah.
Squiggle and then or git branch. Basically, these are toggles between.
It will just go there.
Oh, is it dash? CD dash.
No, it's not a dash. It's like this thing. It's like tilde. Tilde. It's a home directory. So.
No, I wasn't talking about home. I was talking about if you're having two working folders, you just toggle between them with the toggle.
I think just the key mapping is different because I'm in it's Z shell, right? And I might have something configured there.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, I will definitely need to check this out. I mean, I'm trying to improve every stream, so you see, like,
Okay, so
I wrote this down for myself. Yeah, okay, let's just get remote set URL origin. This one, right?
I'm looking up the command right now because I have a git alias for this, so I don't even think about it. Gset, yeah, git remote set dash URL.
Yeah, I already did that.
Okay, cool. Right, so then you just push force push. This is exciting. Also, but this is a TypeScript project.
Yeah, so just have a mess of everything. Okay, cool. But I mean, the main idea, we need like to get the main idea. We're not building an app here. We just
the front end is TypeScript, doesn't matter, but the back end is just functions.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that should be deploying, and hopefully, it should be on the exact same Netlify instance. Yeah.
Yeah, it's building.
Okay, so that should be the build. All right. So, what else can we think about while we wait for this? Do you need any other functionality?
Do we actually need to wait for? Well,
yeah, you can build locally and push.
I can just like build it locally. Yeah, because I will still. Yeah. So what we need to do basically is. I'm thinking. So we have the identity, but identity configured for that. Well, yeah, that we push the site, so identity will be configured here, and then if we just run this site, what happens if we run it locally? Can we use identity locally, or we need to be deployed?
You can use it locally, I think.
Because let's say I want to test it out, right?
Yeah. Okay, so here's where you use Netlify dev. I think if you just run Netlify dev, it should work.
Just like that?
Mm-hmm. So this will run the functions alongside of your. Oh, hang on. It's not gonna run it's not gonna run the identity sign up function.
Okay, so identity we need to run in the cloud actually.
Yeah, it's gonna run in the cloud.
Okay.
But let's just yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's just wait. it's still.
I have a PR to I have an issue to simulate locally, and we can definitely do it. We just need to dedicate engineering time.
Okay, so it's deployed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there deploy? Okay, so let's look at the site. Okay, let's look at the site. I hope it works. Okay, log in.
Cool. Let's sign up.
I don't know if you have to give a real email. I think you have to.
I don't have test@gmail.com. I need to pay, I think, a lot to get this email.
Continue with Google. Continue with Google. Yeah.
Okay. So I can just.
Hang on. Have we enabled that?
Not
I'm
sure.
Sorry.
You tell me. I'm the first time using identity.
Go to identity. Go to settings and usage. And then go to there's a scroll down a little bit. There's like third-party providers, external providers. Yeah, add provider. So we're gonna add Google Auth and GitHub Auth, for example. These are the things that we provide. Yeah, just enable. Okay, cool. so yeah, let's just do Google. But the fact that it's
and here we add our webhook, right? Like the post.
You can post. Yeah, you can post, but you're not gonna. This is just gonna tell you, like it's not gonna be formatted in the way that you want. So if you need custom formatting, then you need to write that Netlify function, which we just did. Okay, so that should have signed up. So if you go back to your identity page, yeah, on the top. Oh, it's asking you to log in. Man, I hope this works.
Yeah.
Okay.
It works.
So you're signed up. The function should have executed. So if you go over to identity, yeah, okay. If you go over to the functions, yeah.
Here to functions.
Well, okay. So first of all, this page, if you refresh, should have you in it. It's very slow.
Nope.
Okay, so what I think I think one thing that has happened here is that we have deployed with the wrong identity instance. So
yeah, like I was thinking where we do configure stuff, right? I mean, we just like moved functions here.
Yeah, well, no, that's my fault. Actually, it could be zero config, but my demo isn't good enough. Okay, so go over to the source code. Oh, you're opening up VS Code again?
Yeah, because it's different project, right? We had.
Sure. Wow.
Actually, yeah, I can just.
You're dying right now. Okay. Do you have the source code? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I think you go to source and then app. So we configure.
So slow.
Wow, syntax highlighting. Where do we configure it? Hang on. So we configure the instance somewhere. We gotta give it a string somewhere. Let me try and find it. I'm looking on my side. Yeah, index.tsx. No, hang on. I'm sorry. No. That's not. Where do we find it?
We have the. I mean, user identity context. That's the one, right?
App.tsx on line 7.
Yeah.
You see it?
What's going on? Yeah. Line
no,
where?
Not line. I think I'm on the. Oh, it's example. Okay, so you're inside the source code of the repo. You need to go to example. Yeah, example source app.tsx.
Okay,
yes.
Got it.
And then you see here.
Okay, this is the URL. Yeah, I was wondering like how it knows that I just like. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I spend a bit more time, I'm sure I could modify that a bit. But anyway, we need to replace that with your instance.
Which will be just my site name?
Yes. I'm going to take a bathroom break. Just be right back.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's, meanwhile, so I'll get that one. Let's put it here. I was actually surprised that it worked with Google Auth in the first place before we had enabled that.
Yeah, that was a very clear sign that we were using the wrong instance.
Yeah. Okay, so now I need to just deploy it, right?
Yeah. So let's redeploy. Just push again.
Wait,
Sorry,
what changed in the functions?
I'm not smart. I'm not smart enough to do this perfectly.
We're live coding. That's fine. We're live coding something that now no one of us did. That's fine.
Right. Whatever, man. I always say like blah and.
Okay, this is not really descriptive. Okay, this is not really descriptive comment. Changing identity. It's actually. Let's just push that. Okay, now it will trigger deploy, right?
Yeah. Okay, so what is your repo? Can you post that repo on the in the chat? So I'm
Sure,
gonna
sure.
double check your code as well. Is it this one? Okay.
This is, yeah,
Yeah.
this one.
Awesome. All right. Source, blah blah blah. Example. Wow, we have. Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. Okay, so functions, identity, sign up. All right. And then example is going to source and then app.tsx. Yep, everything looks right. Okay.
Let's see.
So now when you
It's still
well,
building.
still building. Okay, let me think about it. All right, so do we need to put in any logging into our example into our function?
We can log things, right? It will be cool to see everything.
To show. So basically, we have this like response body thing inside of the function.
Yeah.
That,
Let's do that actually.
we're not really using. But one thing I would definitely recommend is logging it out, logging out what we're about to send. Like the JSON stringify body. So we can delete those lines from 13 to 25, and then we'll just like console log like, hey, we're about to send this, and then do that. Oh, also, we need to configure the Hasura secret in process.env.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can see I can see that you're on the same page as me.
Okay. Wait. Where was that? Okay.
I think you already typed JSON stringify. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's log it.
We need to set up Hasura admin secret, right?
Yep. So you can grab the secret off screen. I think you have to do this part off screen as well, but I'll just show you how to do it in the UI. So if you go to site settings,
where? Okay. Yeah, site settings.
Sorry, my view of what you're doing is also very delayed. So I think if you go to like the deploy, build and deploy, just like scroll down to the environment variables section.
Oh, wait a second. No, just like
what's going on?
So no, I'm figuring out why you have the delayed view of.
Yeah, I have a slight delay. It's just dropping a lot of frames.
Okay. Yeah, probably because we're streaming and we are on the Zoom call and.
Okay. Yeah, just scroll down to the.
Where do we go?
Scroll down to the environment variables. Maybe just Control F and then find environment variables. Wait. Go to what the fuck? Build and deploy. Go to build and deploy. I think it's the
Yeah. Okay.
okay. I was just in the
Environment.
wrong page.
Yeah.
So yeah, edit. Yeah, Hasura secret, and then this is gonna be public, so you might want to put it off screen. Um,
It
but we'll
was
hide
it was still on screen when we did that, so
whatever. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, you didn't auto generate it. You just
no,
typed in.
no, just that. So
Yeah. Well,
uh, please don't. The question like if I'm on stream delay, that there is a little bit of delay because of lots of things going on, and please don't change. Like don't use the secret and change stuff in Hasura for now. Let us stream. Yeah. Okay. So we put this on, and now what we do? We need to go.
So it should be running. You had a build failure. What failed?
Hmm.
Yep, scroll down. Could not find. Okay, so this is the Axios issue. Oh,
Because we haven't installed it here. Yeah, makes
ah,
sense.
and now you can use yarn because there's a yarn lock file.
Mm-hmm.
Previously I told you use npm because there was no yarn
Yeah.
lock file, but honestly, like I always use yarn. So
Yeah, me too. I was like, why?
and now because you typed yarn, now it's gonna go ahead and install all the dependencies for you, even though you're
No,
working
I did
without.
yarn.net access.
I know, but because
Yeah,
previously.
yeah, yeah. It will install everything. And especially like I have the deal like this CPU is really slow, so yeah, that's why it takes time a little bit.
uh, yeah, maybe like yeah. Well, yeah, I don't see any way to make this better, but
There is. I told you there is just to take another computer, put it on my side, and just stream from that. But it's too much of a setup.
yeah, yeah. Tony agrees. Yarn is the way to go,
Yeah.
especially because like npm seems to have fired all its CLI people. So it's kind of
Wait,
weird. Like,
makes
we
sense. Yeah.
still we still rely on the repository, but it's increasingly not the CLI to use anymore. Um,
Oh, it
hmm.
just takes time. Okay. Let's think what we can do meanwhile while it installs.
Well, I really want like it's just usually a good idea to log. I think your function still doesn't
Yeah,
have like a
let's do that. Yeah, because I just created that, but
uh, yeah. But apart from that, I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty straightforward.
yeah. I mean, we just add in a
Pretty,
user, right? It's supposed to work.
pretty. Yeah. But
Wait.
then
Well,
also like if you need to, what is something went wrong? Oh, yarn. Yeah, Tony. Actually, so Kat Marchan, who was the architect of the npm CLI, we were actually trying to hire her for the Netlify CLI, but she was stolen by someone else with more money than us. CLI dev is pretty important for a lot of companies, including Netlify. I'm sure Hasura has a CLI.
yeah, yeah. We have CLI actually that gives you whatever I did in console, basically.
Yeah,
If you do Hasura init before doing that in console,
yeah.
you can basically everything that you done in console is written as mutations locally. You can commit it. You can just use it in CI, and you can basically that's a way to go. The migrations. Sorry, I said mutations. It just writing migrations files, and then you can run them in CLI. You can basically any production use case will use that. So obviously, I don't see any how any modern company can go without like modern company in like dev tooling scene can like you have to have CLI. I mean, this is
So
like a
you
must.
can commit and push them.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Jesus. I really hope this Axios thing is correct. Yeah, okay, it's gonna add all that. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, okay, if you push. But my worry is if everybody has their own CLI, then the user experience is gonna suck because you have to maintain all these CLIs on your.
That's why you have NPX. So you don't need to basically.
Some CLIs are stateful, like Netlify CLI. When you log in, we store it at the root, right? So you can reuse it. So not all CLIs are stateless.
Yeah. But I mean, still, when there is a like NPX allowed a lot of things, like it's easier to maintain stuff which is like stateless, right? Like stateless CLIs.
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't need to be sold on statelessness.
Okay, now it's building. Let's hope it will build. So meanwhile, while it builds, so I want to show the next step that we'll do. So we have this. This is our repo, Hasura GraphQL engine, right? And then we have a community boilerplates, and we have auth webhooks. So we have a bunch of them, and we don't have a Netlify one, so we can basically write it from scratch. So what we can do, we have the one, for example, for Firebase Cloud Function. So I will just show how the stuff works there for validating, and you tell me how we can implement the same. So the idea is we will get the token from Netlify, right? So we can pass this token, and we basically, like here, for example, it validates that with with Firebase specifically here, right? And what we want to do, we want to validate token with the Netlify, and then in response, just to send something like this: send user ID and Hasura role. And
okay. So is this another serverless function that we have to spin up?
yeah, it's like either serverless. Yeah, we can do it as another serverless function. Yeah, totally.
Or what? Like, do I put it on the Hasura side? Or
No, you can. It just can be URL. It can be any node. Actually, having it as serverless function will be a good thing. We still need to hook it into Hasura, but it will be just. But it just be URL. Like wait, had a question here. What is the use case for Firebase and Hasura together? Well, it depends. Like if you want to do Firebase, like authentication, if you have already stuff in Firebase, and you want to use both Hasura, and you want to migrate your existing stuff, or yeah, it's different use cases. But basically, you can use Hasura with everything. I'm just answering the question in the chat, right?
yeah, for sure.
Okay, so yeah, we can do it as another serverless function. But our deployed failed again. Oh no.
What's up?
At least I see a favicon here of fail. Ah, no.
No, it succeeded.
Yeah. But it was still in fail phase here in the favicon. Okay. Let's run that again.
Okay, so this should no, you're on. This is the demo site, the original.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's we had two sources of error.
Yeah, we just had two problems.
Okay. Yeah, I should have a.
Let's sign up. And
Continue
here
with
we
Google.
enable only Google, so we have Google here. Nice.
Although I think the name field is slightly different with the Google Auth as opposed to.
Back. Don't want to sign it.
Wait, what's wrong?
No, because I need the name. I don't want the function to fail.
Oh, okay. It's fine. Like, okay, yeah, log in. I need to test that, by the way.
Test mail.
Yeah.
Will be test. Okay.
Okay, so
I'm logged in.
okay, so you're logged in,
Now I will
and
see a function running.
yeah, you should see a function running. So if you click identity sign up, we are
We need to connect that, no? To identity.
we already. Oh,
Ah,
have we not turned it on?
we turn it on, but the question is like this function, how identity, Netlify identity knows that it will run this function?
By convention, anything called identity dash sign up will run based will run when a new user is created. So
Okay. Can we
that's a
see logs?
we should be able to see logs, but this thing does have known bugs. So
So we
this one thing
should,
I'm worried
well,
about right now. Like, can we sign up another user?
yeah,
Like,
sure.
keep this open, sign up another user, and we'll keep testing that. One thing, okay, you may can you use okay? So I think one thing I'm trying to think about is we have a confirm user flow. Like when this sign up starts, we actually send a confirmation email, and then we
Ah,
have
okay. Yeah.
a email. So yeah, you can use my email, or you can use your email. It doesn't matter. There's a way to opt out of that as well.
Okay.
We just haven't done that.
Yeah, just
But,
a second.
now
I will
you
open
should
it on a different
get
tab.
a confirmation email.
Everything is super slow.
Okay, so you're checking your email. I mean, you know, I'd be happy to do it on my side, but it seems like you already got it. So.
I just okay. Yeah, I see. Okay, cool. Verification mail. Let me. So I need to verify. Let me just confirm
Yeah. So
that.
if you click to verify,
Yeah.
then the identity user will be created. Then we'll run the identity sign up function, and then we'll make that call.
But the question is, I'm still brought here as like logged in, right? So.
Yes, because and that's a front end decision from me because
Okay. Got it. So it's like
if
in your test app.
yeah, exactly. So like there's a confirmed flag, and if I want you to if I want to show like, hey, you haven't confirmed yet, or hey, you're not logged in yet, that's a UI decision. That's not a front end decision. Okay,
Okay.
so we've invoked
So
it a bunch of times.
yeah, we
Oh,
have errors, but still at least it runs, right?
what errors?
URL
Oh,
must be a string. Ah, okay. What?
what do you mean? What URL is not a string?
It's from Axios, I think. Uh,
Axios misconfig. Did
it's
we not?
URI, right? It's URI, URL or URI.
I don't know. I'm looking up the docs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I think you used it wrong. So it's axios.post,
Yeah.
and then and then the options.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's why, because it gets the first as an object and then it yells at me.
You see, if we wrote in TypeScript, we would know.
If we wrote in Reason, we would know everything. Everything will just work.
Uh,
So don't start with TypeScript, then I can start with Reason. No, I actually like TypeScript, but I mean Reason is better.
sure.
Okay, yeah, let's push and oh shit, yeah.
What's happening?
No, I just click on this URL.
I highly recommend doing Git aliases so that like for this extremely common stuff everybody knows. So I don't care. I just alias everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So while we're waiting,
Reason, like the question is reason versus TypeScript next stream. It's sort of like a prophecy because next week the stream will be about reason. So
oh, who's it with?
with me, and yeah, if you want to join and just like talk about the stream, you're welcome to
Well,
join.
I mean, I spent like half a day like checking out reason. I just don't like OCaml, so that's just my preference.
Well, yeah, I don't know, I like it, and Reason React especially, like right now, it's like it's super cool.
It does look very good. I
Yeah,
think they've
it's
really
super
improved it.
simple. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like oh, just a second. It just looks so slick. This is how it looks. Wait, that's the whole component, right? So it's
But add some text.
Hmm?
Add some text.
Add what?
Add some text to your.
You don't like the Reason React to string? Yeah. Well,
It's a very stupid thing, but yes.
uh, I have a workaround about that. I will talk about that next week. And yeah, let's just switch to our workspace.
Okay, it should.
Yeah, and for remembering to check it out, like for checking out the stream, you can always subscribe to the stream so you'll get notifications when we go live. So you'll just know when we go live. Because we actually plan to do more streams than once a week. So yeah. So next week there will be, I think, several times a week or something. Okay, so we changed that. Let's take a look what if it's deployed.
Yeah. One thing, we don't have to wait for like a whole sign up process. We can actually deploy yet another function, just pinging mock data to your backend to make sure that
But we can. This happens only on sign up or on login too.
this function only happens on sign up. Yes, identity sign up. There's a different function for login as well.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, because the cycle is so long for building and testing and all that.
I have my email already open, so I'm fine.
All right.
It will take the same time, but yeah, I agree. We can just use some. Wait, if it will have verification. Yeah, it will have verification anyway. So
just add a plus, right? Vic plus something at Gmail. Oh, then your name doesn't matter. Name doesn't matter.
What?
Just the email. The email is the unique key. Right, but then you have
no,
to
I need to have. Okay, so.
The plus, yeah.
But what we can do actually, I think, we can just remove the user, no?
Yes, you can also do that.
And let's just remove this one. Let's sign up.
Tony really wants you to use the plus.
Okay, I got my verification.
Okay, so yeah, you're going off screen, right?
Yeah, because it was in the email. Now I will log in. Why it's not confirmed, by the way? Because
because you haven't confirmed it. Did you confirm
no,
it?
I confirmed it. I just confirmed it.
I think this is a so.
I
this
just need to reload, right?
Yeah, this widget is a bug is a something that I made, and this is a bug that I found. I just need to know the replication steps. Um, so yeah, just log in as you would normally. I think. How come it was fine earlier? Did you use the same email?
Yeah, but I deleted the user, so
That's fine. And you confirmed it?
yeah, just confirm it off screen. Let me
Um,
just bring it here. Like after I clicked on confirmation, that's what I got. Now if I just, yeah, valid grant.
God damn it. Okay, let's test something. Let's test something. Let's try creating it within the UI, within the app.netlify.com. So, let's close this out. Yeah. Invite user.
Just a second, let me just reload that.
Yeah. This confirmation thing is something that I've been meaning to try and track down. So yeah, you use tested. Oh,
Yeah, but it's a name.
okay.
Let me check something.
Okay. I don't know why this. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it will be awkward if would work, but
Okay, oh, man, how come it worked before? Okay, so let's drop that email confirmation. Yeah, Tony's suggesting maybe it's the overlap in maybe you've uncovered a bug where if you create a user and delete the user, and then like
maybe it's not. Yeah.
create the same user again, that might cause an issue. Okay, so yeah, what do you want to do?
No, just
Change the
clicking
email.
random stuff.
Um, okay, yeah. Let's just use the plus method. So like vnovic, another like
Like create a new user.
yeah, create a new user, but one that hasn't been created before. I think this is a bug on.
But you said email is unique.
Yes, email is unique.
But I
Is
will
that
still get confirmation. So where I do, I will get confirmation.
yeah? So use a plus. Use a plus.
Ah, yeah, and then it will be sent to Vinovic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Right.
Uh,
Because this widget, I try to model as much as possible, but I only put it together recently.
oh, that's
So
fine. It happens. You don't need to stress about that.
well, also like I don't know. I think the confirmation thing should not be such a blocker. Like I want people to use my apps without confirmation, so I need to make that the default. Okay, so you should be getting a confirmation email.
Okay,
And
got
that's
it.
the Vnovic Plus account, and then and once you click it, then the function will run,
Yeah.
and that's all you need.
Yeah, basically. So let's take a look at our function. It's an old log, no?
Yeah, these are old logs. We need a way to clear them, but we don't. So have you confirmed the email?
Yeah, I confirmed that. I haven't logged in yet.
I don't think you need to log in. It should already run based on that. If you what happens if you refresh the functions log? Okay, well you can log in as well.
Let's refresh that.
Because this thing works on sockets, and sometimes I'm a bit worried that the socket connection breaks.
Mm-hmm. No,
So
it's still the old one. Ah, okay.
the later logs, how come the error message is still the same? Did we commit the changes?
Yeah, we pushed the changes. Yeah, just the history folder.
All right, let me double check on my side.
So let's see. Yeah, post here, headers, body. Yeah.
Something's not right. Okay, so we're going to go to what is the source of this error? Like this function is not correct.
Wait. Okay. Just a second. It might be parameter URL.
All right, I'm gonna try and make a new function and test this exact signature.
Okay, wait. So the query, this is from console log, right?
Yeah.
So the query was fine, right? Insert users, yeah, the query is fine. And the error message that we got, URL must be string.
Is Axios.post. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
It's from Axios.
this. I mean, the URL must be a string. It is a string.
Yeah, it is. Can I see? Well, wait. If when I push, then my function is supposed to be updated, right?
Yes. Yeah. So
Can
I don't.
be. Can happen that it didn't update. Some. No, it was from 9 minutes ago. So.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make like let's actually strip this down, right? Okay. Let's make a clone of this functions. So let's make a clone of this function.
Well, wait. What we actually can do is something. Something different. So what we can do? We can just. Let's go to one of boilerplates.
Okay.
Right. Or actually. Yeah. I have. I think one here. No.
What are you looking for?
The one with the mutation. Let me just show you the code. So this is even though it's from event triggers, but it uses node fetch. So
Okay.
we can just copy this.
Sure.
And instead of using Axios, we can use node fetch because we have this error from Axios, and that's because you like Axios.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. But what we'll do, so
Yeah, just
fetch and the
over.
method. We also need to pass a method. Yeah, that's right. Let's just copy this code from here.
Okay.
And
I don't see how we like.
maybe we haven't passed the. No, access when you do access post, it's supposed and
Yeah.
you pass JSON, it's supposed to pass content type application JSON automatically, I think.
Okay.
But
And I gotta figure this out. I'm not happy. I'm not happy just leaving it like that. But yeah, let's use node fetch for now.
yeah, we'll use node fetch and then what we have here.
Just
Let's
replace the.
just remove that. Our body will be response body string, and access key will be process and source secret, right? We can actually copy it from Axios, right? From here, and this will be the result, and then
this is stringify result because you changed the name of that.
let's also like have this one and basically just console log stuff.
Yep.
So we get this and yeah, we already have the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to switch my keyboard because I'm not using the mouse, and because my keyboard is lagging, I have to use a mouse for navigating.
If you have an error there and you're just console logging the error, you probably also want to return an error code and error message. So like error 500, error 400, something. I don't know what error codes you normally use, but yeah. body like something wrong. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's.
So, and then we need to install the
Yeah,
node
node
fetch.
fetch. Yeah.
Um, one thing, so the reason I prefer Axios over node fetch has a hidden dependency, and in order to use it, they try catch, and this does not work in Webpack. So it causes very, very hard to debug issues, and the node fetch maintainers refuse to fix it. So
Yeah. Well, now Axios gives us a problem, right?
I've never run into this problem before, so
Yeah, actually, me too.
I'm very disturbed. But I'm also, I don't want to get distracted and try to debug Axios while we're doing this. I'm just trying to get this thing up.
Yeah.
I mean, everything looks fine. I don't know what this URL thing is. I think I have to just clone your repo and then just try to make it work.
Okay, what just. Okay, cool. Yeah. Now we need to push, right?
Yeah, I'm cloning your repo just to see what's wrong with the Axios.
Yeah.
Axios.
Okay, where? Ah, okay, it's here. Just close that. And let's check our deploys. Still building. I probably should remove this user. Ah, actually, I will just log in with a different one.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh man. I mean, I think we need to have a local testing story because we're basically testing in production because we don't have a choice. And what the vision of Netlify dev is supposed to be is to bring the entire platform down.
Yeah.
So you can make sure everything works, and then just push the prod, and it will work the same way.
But I mean, identity is like super new thing, right? And like when you released identity, basically.
Yeah, like a year or so ago.
Yeah, but I mean like the latest. Yeah. Okay, I actually thought it was before. It was like on the last stream you said that you had lots of updates recently in identity, right?
No, actually, no. So what basically the identity service is a very low level Go based set of APIs.
Yeah.
And so what I've been working on is building JS abstraction layers on top of it to make it easier to use.
Oh, right,
that are
right.
a bit higher level. So this widget that we're using right now is one of those higher level abstractions, right? That basically mean that you don't have to write adapters or anything. It's basically an adapter that's provided for you. So that's kind of how we work. We have the low level stuff, and then we'll build open source tooling on top of that.
Yeah,
right.
cool.
I just cloned your repo and it just worked. So
honestly, what do you mean? It just ran like
the Axios thing was fine. I don't know. I just figured it out.
But it's still it's not like.
Anyway, okay. So have you are you triggering it?
Yeah, I was waiting for deploy. Yeah, now it's published.
Yep.
So what do you mean it worked? Like, because I don't see in logs.
No, I'm cloning it locally and it
just running that. Yeah.
But
wait. So you added the user?
No, I haven't done that yet. I'm doing it now. hang on. Anyway, so yeah, I think you should do the same thing that I'm doing. Or you just
No,
go
it's
through it.
it's just the one that I tested before that.
Okay, so.
Okay, let's.
All right, moment of truth. If we can figure out how to use Axios and no fetch, we'll figure out everything.
Okay, another confirmation email. Now it's supposed to run.
Let's have a look.
Okay. What?
Yeah, dual declaration. You have some. Let's look at the function again. So line 10 defines this thing called data already. So that's yeah. We need to fix that. We need to fix that code. So you declare data twice in your code.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So I
I
think we
don't
just
need this data anymore, by the way. Or I
So
do.
just collapse it into the second line. Yeah.
I do need that? No,
No,
right?
just include the user object. I think basically why I do that is so that I can console log data and see what comes up.
Okay. Fine.
But anyways, so just destructure it. Yeah, exactly. See, it's like this kind of stuff where like I always think we should have a local testing story for
Yeah, I mean, I have to test it locally, right?
yeah, like there's no way we're gonna wait for all this
Yeah,
manual.
the build and stuff like that. And that's the problem testing it with yeah, sort of like having like a mocking the sign up event or something.
Yes, so
And
that is I can do that inside of Netlify Dev. It's just that I haven't done it yet.
okay.
In
Here
fact,
you have action items
I'm not
after
gonna
the
do it.
stream.
I'm gonna ask someone else. No. I have this in there already, but now I have a demo use case for
Okay.
how painful it is to work without this, which it is fairly painful. Okay, so
Okay,
yeah,
I
we're
don't
gonna
have.
redeploy. Um, I know we're like running pretty long. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that you're okay on time.
Yeah, I'm fine. I
This,
think though we should split it maybe to two streams. Like if we'll make the one work with writing users into Hasura, and maybe like if you can't do it next week, we can do next week the one with the like the other side of getting like a custom auth in Hasura, so we can kind of have a part two. Or we can do
yeah,
it. We will see if everything will work right now. I think we'll need a tops maybe half an hour to finish everything.
yeah, yeah. Let's just get this thing working, and
Yeah.
then we'll
Fine on the
okay.
second screen. Okay, cool. It's running. Endpoint is Endpoint is not defined. It's my bad because we are using this one, and instead we need to have Hasura URL. So again,
What is this? Oh,
the endpoint URL, this one,
see,
because we
I
took
should.
it from other like from a code snippet, so it will be like that. And
You know what? Next time, let's just use TypeScript. HGE endpoint. What is H? Oh, has Hasura
Hasura
GraphQL.
GraphQL endpoint.
Ah,
Just fixing bugs.
Fix in production.
Yeah.
Man, this is okay. Like, let's not do this again. Let's try to figure out. Okay, so what I need, right? Let's just like I think I need a way to like test that a function works. So I would like to a CLI to
Mm-hmm.
just invoke a function and check if JavaScript is even running, right? Like if there's any syntactical errors like this.
Yeah,
Because
basically it's supposed to be pretty straightforward. What you need to do, you need to pass to this function, you need to pass an event, mocked event and context that you can mock, let's say from, I don't know, like you can mock it from JSON or something, or YAML
yeah,
or whatever. And
yeah,
that can
totally.
be a cool thing, is then you can mock basically every, like not only sign up in general, but every async,
Yeah,
like every serverless function basically.
mock triggering functions locally. You see, the reason we don't do this is because most functions you can run Netlify dev and then
Yeah, except identity.
except for identity, correct? And forms as well. We have some forms serverless functions as well. Um, so yeah, I'm really you
Okay.
and you know what else as well? Right
Mm.
now, all this build time is only for the front end, which we don't care about. We just want to redeploy the functions. So the functions have zero build time, and we should be able to just push.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's another thing as well. So these are all like DX issues that I can help to make sure that we fix and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a lot faster as well if we build locally and then push. Um, so these
Yeah.
are all ways to do it. Are you like we're still waiting for a build, right?
I think, yeah. I was just checking the function log, and it seems like mutation is supposed to, like everything is supposed to run properly.
Okay.
So I think it, yeah, okay, it's published. So
All right. One more time for good measure.
yeah,
Hopefully our
you know
JavaScript
how it
works.
goes. We say one more time, and then there's another time.
No. This time
This
this
time
time
it's supposed to, yeah.
uh, no, okay. So like I think that now that I've gone through this, I know what to tell people next time for development. So first thing is we should always use local building and Netlify deploy prod because that is a lot faster.
Yeah.
Because especially for functions development, you don't have to rebuild the front end every time
Mm-hmm.
because there's no point. Like this process is not meant for that. Um, so I'm definitely going to raise that as a feature request because
Yeah.
I think that's really important for our workflow.
Actually, also another thing what you can do, you can add this identity function, right?
Mhm.
That we wrote. You can just add it as like into CLI when you create a function. Like it can be like the same you did with Hasura event trigger. You can do Hasura.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it works. Yeah. You just disabled your video, right?
Sorry,
You just disabled your video, or it just for.
bathroom break.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Yeah. So that's the yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
so
So
now we every sign up will have a corresponding Hasura field.
yeah, and basically we get our Netlify identity users into Hasura. It took way more time than we expected, but I mean it was an experiment stream, right? Now the thing is, what we need to do, we need to create a custom auth for our like for the validating our token and validating our ID. So
Yes,
I think.
I think that's definitely going to be part two. I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
like.
I mean, we're already 2 hours into the stream,
Yeah,
but I mean that's I think I don't know. Like, give us your feedback, but I think it's the cool part of doing these streams is like figuring stuff on the go, right?
yeah.
Because yeah. And I learned a lot about identity right now. So what we can do, we will figure out the part 2 stream, and part 2 stream will basically, we'll figure out it will be either next week or week after. We will announce that, right? And
Yeah.
both on Twitter Netlify account and on Hasura account. And we will stream the second part of basically having all the authorization with the with Hasura. But as you can see here, we already have these users. So basically, what we need to do, we need to verify them, and then we can go into permissions. We can add roles, and we can add like really granular permissions for this role. Can do like a bunch of custom checks and tons of stuff, right? So yeah, we'll be doing this on the next stream, and
Awesome.
yeah, it was a cool stream.
I'm sorry it's so rough. I think I was also not sure what advice to give because there's so many ways to do things. And I think for this kind of like function development, we definitely picked the wrong strategy. We should not be pushing to Git and rebuilding every time. We should be we should be just be deploying from the CLI itself. And then the second thing is I need to develop extra functionality to test to trigger the identity function locally. So these are all really good feedback for us.
Yeah.
So I can go and make it better.
Yeah, and yeah, cool. So and if we can add this identity as like a template into CLI, also will be cool. But anyways, we have this repo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think I probably should remove my keys, right, from the repo.
This one doesn't matter
Ah,
because
okay.
people who are not you don't have access to your site anyway.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so everything is in the repo. So let me just send the repo link here. And we have the identity widget, and the sign up function is here. Yeah, with admin secret, but yeah. If it won't work, you can just spawn your own instance and add your own secret and stuff like that. Actually, you know what? What I probably should do.
What?
Actually, we set this Hasura secret from the process env. So yeah, okay. It's also not exposed here in the
Yeah.
repo itself.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So we will do the second part sometime soon.
Yeah. Thank you
And
so much for having the patience and organizing this live stream. I know it's not easy.
yeah, thanks a lot. Like I learned a lot during the stream, and I mean, yeah, like we had rough experience, but that's fine. Like that's the
It's
whole
good.
process of learning, right?
I
That's
mean,
what.
the Netlify users are also going through this. So,
Yeah,
even with the two of us, with everything that we know, we struggle too.
yeah.
So,
But that's the purpose.
yeah, I mean, I'm so sorry for that, but I think it was worth it.
Yeah,
All right.
it was cool. Yeah, okay, Cool. Thanks everyone for all like all our attendees, and see you on the next stream.